Oh my god, I just popped my elbow. Swiggity swooty, howdy doody. Thank you so much for watching this video. So immediately after uploading my first Dreamcast video, I took a nap because I was still pretty tired since I only got like 5 hours of sleep or something like that. And so I took a nap and I had another weird dream. And I promise I won't be doing 2 a day. I don't know if this will be uploaded the same day. Probably not due to work. But I'll only upload and like talk about dreams that I have that are actually really weird in my opinion. And this one, well, this one should have been number 1 or my first video because it is weirder. So also, let me know what I should put in the background, or if I should have a background thing at all. On the last one I had video game content. Let me know if you think I should not do the video game content and just do my fabulous face. But yeah, so I read up more about dreams, and apparently we have REM cycles, and those are the in those cycles we have the dreams, and some of them can last really long, and that's why you never remember starting the dream, but you always remember more like the end of it. So with that being said, this next dream I only remember like halfway through it. And so like what I remember is I just remembered some more. So what I remember is, oddly enough, I was taking a nap in the backseat of my parents' car, and my mom and dad were driving, and yeah, I was taking a nap. We were driving down the highway, and I heard my parents say something, and then quietness, and it sounded like they were getting out, but I continued to take a nap, or continued to try to fall asleep, and the car was still moving. And so I look and my sisters are asleep in the back seat as well, and the car is still going full speed down the highway, and we're about to run into another car. We were just closing up, or getting closer and closer to the back end of one car that was ahead of us, and mom and dad were gone. Don't know where they went, but I got in the car. Started slowing down, almost hit the car, and in my dreams, driving really is awful because the car does very little reaction to what I try to make it do. So I almost hit a couple cars. Then turned into a gas station, and at that gas station, my parents were there. Alright. You know, because it's a dream, it seemed normal. I was like, alright, well, let's go. So they then go to a house. Now this house is like in the country, and I've been there before somewhere. I never thought about this house until this dream, but I've been there before, and I don't know when, and I don't even know the memory of the house, but I know I've been there. And we were there's a whole bunch of my family members there, just different parts of my family. Some from my dad's side, some from my mom's side, some from my aunt's side. I don't know. And we're all just waiting there. I think it was supposed to be for a birthday. And we started eating and stuff, and then fast forward a little bit after it gets pretty hazy. But eventually, my ex shows up, which been, you know, going through a breakup, and you know, the ex is still on my mind a lot lately. But the weird part is, after my ex shows up, we start watching the TV, and I think there's like an alien invasion going on. That has nothing to do with the dream, but there was an alien invasion, I think. And let's see, what was that? And so, you know, we started talking again. And then we started cuddling, and then one thing led to another, and she was making out with me, and she said she wanted me back, and I was like, well, shucks. Not really like that. But then there was something to do with a weird little plot going on in the background of my dream. And there was like a cult, and they had something to do with cutting cheese. Don't know why. They wanted to cut cheese. And apparently one of them came back in time, and thus caused a thing, which, I think there was another me that came back in time, and at this point there was two me's. And so this cult was also operating in this house, which now turned into a building. Yeah. And in the basement was the cult and the other me. And for some reason I smelled my girlfriend's lipstick from a thing she had kissed. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I'm remembering at the same time as forgetting. But yeah, the one that's in the me number 2, yeah, that's the one that came back from the future, I guess, and was in the basement. I was like, oh, I smell my ex. And I was like, wait a second, I smell my ex and me. Oh, well, that's weird. And so then I run through the building, go up to where me number 1 and my ex were cuddling, and I walked in, and me number 1 stood up and was shocked, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And me number 2 was like, I'm from the future, and in the future we never get back together, talking about my ex and I. And I was like, what? And then in the corner of the room something moved, and it was like a cushion or something. I moved the cushion, there's a third me. It's like, what the hell, there's 3 of us. And then as I'm looking at the third me, and at this point I'm acting as me number 1 now. I don't know, my mind was being transferred from all the me's. But as I was acting from me number 1, I say, nope, there's 4, and I look to my right, and through another doorway, another me comes in a tux, and I was like, what? And so it was starting to get really, really weird after that. We all started arguing with each other. There was a 5th and a 6th me, and I got up to 6 of me. I don't know. I think that's as many as I got up to, 6 of them. And then something happened, and I don't really know what started it. My ex was being really, really weird. There's some things I'm gonna leave out, which are a little, yeah. And we were talking, and then the cult leaders came back. They did a coup d'etat or whatever, killed the cult leader. The new cult leader started taking my family away and my ex, and so the 6 me's. After that, I think it turned up into 10. There's 10 of me, but there were 6, and I was like, all right, guys, we all are feeling the same thing. Let's go save my family and my ex. And it was more like our family and our ex. And then we were like, ah! And so then we started having this giant little fight battle, which I can't fight at all, but in my dreams I'm a freaking kung fu master. And I was fighting all these guys that were taking everybody. And then at some point it turned into the scene from Captain America Civil War, where it was like both sides in an airport. Yeah, we were in an airport, and I was fighting underneath things. A couple of me's had abilities. And then I don't really know what happened. Every time I'd punch one of the, or more like every time I'd injured one of the guys, one of the enemies, another one would take its place. And then eventually, after all the fighting was done, we didn't win. My family got taken away, and my ex got taken away, and all of my me's were injured, other than me number 1. We were all really sad, missing the ex and the family. We were fighting for them. And I don't think it was all my family. It was more like a member or 2, but there was like some random people that we were trying to save as well. And yeah, I woke up and I was like, what? So yeah, that was the end of that one. I don't know when I'm uploading this, so it'll probably be tomorrow or maybe even tonight. I got some good feedback on my first dream cast already. Yeah. Gotta find some better music though. Some like more ambiance music. Like, woo! Anyways. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you're interested in this. Comment down below what you think my dreams mean. Subscribe to be part of the pack. You know, share the video. I'm sure there's lots of people that are interested in dreams, and especially the you know, the psychic people, not the psychic people. There's a fancy word that my tired brain can't think of for them, but the people that study the brain and dreams and stuff. And I'm sure my dreams would throw them through a loop with the cheese cult. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!